How many times has this guy said the market is going to crash? And you listened to him, sold everything, and then what happened? The market booms. Why does this keep happening? Is this Robert's fault or your fault? Of course, in your head you think listening to Robert Kiyosaki, the big finance expert, makes sense, and you do what he says. But what's going on is that many YouTube channels copy and paste Robert Kiyosaki's videos on their channel multiple times. You will see many channels dedicated to creating content like this, like Free Investing or Be Awakened. Look at their channel. They get a crazy amount of views, and this channel makes about $24,000 a month posting these kinds of videos. So do they really care about your financial success? No, I don't think so. All they care about is creating similar videos to the topics that have been successful to them in the past. I'm sure if you've watched their content, you would have noticed how repetitive it is. Damn, even I know what the video is going to be about without even clicking on it. And I bet you do too. Almost all the Robert Kiyosaki prediction videos are about him telling you to invest in silver or gold, some kind of precious metal. So if you are here listening to a video Robert Kiyosaki made in 2015, in 2023, and taking advice from that video, I'm sorry my friend, but you're doomed. Robert Kiyosaki is known to be one of the biggest con men in the financial education industry, and it's really sad to see the financial industry filled with con men like Grant Cardone and Kiyosaki. Before taking financial advice from anyone, the biggest red flag you should look for is to see if they're selling a course. And if they are, you should run right away. Otherwise, you're going to be left with empty pockets. Usually, real financial advisors and businessmen do not sell courses. For instance, you don't see Warren Buffett selling courses, and he's definitely a real one. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad is completely fictional, and it's just a big marketing gimmick. The book was released at a time where financial education wasn't accessible to many people, and that's why it was a great hit. I'm sure the book wouldn't do well if it was released today. Kiyosaki is one of the biggest opportunists. He is friends with Donald Trump, and that should tell you a whole lot about him. Last year, Donald Trump buried his ex-wife in his golf course. Many newspapers claim that Donald Trump did this because he wanted to avoid paying taxes on the golf course. For those of you who don't know, according to US law, taxes don't have to be paid on cemeteries and graveyards. Trump burying his wife in his golf course turns it into a graveyard, and that means a big tax exemption for Trump. Do you think Kiyosaki gave Trump this advice? Kiyosaki and Trump are both known for their extremely nasty mood swings. In a recent interview, Kiyosaki was asked a question about the stock market. The interviewer, Lewis, asked, "Should an entrepreneur invest in the stock market?" And Robert arrogantly replied, "Find a stupid teacher who is going to tell you what to do." Lewis, the interviewer, still trying to be polite, responded by saying, "I'm asking your opinion as a teacher." Robert then lashed out saying, "I don't give advice. I wouldn't follow Warren Buffett either. Pussies invest with Warren Buffett." Now, what's the man's problem with Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett is literally harmless. Like, literally. Calling Warren Buffett a pussy was so not necessary. That was literally a low blow. Kiyosaki's anger issues have literally made him the most unlikable person in the finance space right now. Kiyosaki has mainly made his wealth by selling his book Rich Dad Poor Dad and then investing in real estate. Most people don't really notice, but he was bankrupt when he released his book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And even though Kiyosaki hates on employees like crazy, before he wrote, he himself was an employee at a scam marketing company. If you haven't guessed already, I'm talking about Amway. So for him to hate on employees seems a little crazy. One of the best ways of networking is to actually work for someone else and to get to know what they're doing. This would not only help you get an idea of what they're doing, but it would also help you understand how to build a team and all that good stuff. In other words, it's best if you gain experience before starting your own company, and working for someone is the best way to gain experience. If you don't agree with me, comment and let me know why. So, I know most of you are gonna be like, but Elon Musk and Steve Jobs didn't work for anyone before they started their companies. And yes, that's true, but that is mainly because their primary motives was not to get rich and make money. They were extremely passionate about what they did, and finding a solution to their problem was their main goal. But in your case, if your primary motive is to make money and you don't really have a passion or a mission to focus on, then it would be best for you to actually gain experience. It's completely up to you if you want to get sucked into the corporate ladder or gain enough experience first and then start your company. When people get a job, they start getting paid. Their salary becomes like a drug. They give up everything else. Because remember this, most dreams die when people suffer. If you want what you want with all your heart, mind, and body, and you're ready to cry without any comfort for it, then go for it. Cause you're going to face many problems while achieving your dreams, but it's up to you to let it destroy you or make you. Robert Kiyosaki's advice is really not going to get you far. You can't just go in debt and buy a house when you're 18 or 19. Even the banks won't let you, and that's what's messed up about society. Banks are willing to give students loans for wasting their time at university, but they won't give you a loan to buy a house or a real estate company. The only way you can do that is by getting a job and working after your job. So don't go and quit your 9 to 5 because a YouTube entrepreneur said so. Do the 9 to 5 and work on your hustle at the same time. And please don't take any financial advice off YouTube channels like Free Investing and Be Awakened. It's really gonna mess you up. These channels are just repeatedly uploading the same kind of content to get views. I really don't understand why YouTube is allowing them to do so. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe please. We've just arrived at the end of the video and I hope you've understood my POV. But if you haven't, I'm ready to debate you in the comment section.
All my wounds begin to howl. Wake me up, the time is now. Get me the drumming.